What's the process of getting business funding? I don't think we broke that down, but in a quick way.
Okay.
So our process or just the process in general?
Just like, what's the best way? Like,
all right, best way.
But again, you're speaking
quick steps.
You're speaking to young
people. In short, build up your personal credit profile. If you don't have any credit, start with getting, if you're in school, right? You can get a secure card or unsecured card. If you don't have any credit, a lot of times you're going to have to get a secure card. So if you have a job or you get allowance from your parents, you're going to have to now go to the bank. You go to Capital One, you go to Discover. It's a lot of different banks, Navy Federal, that give secure cards.
And
you're going to have
cards.
And student cards. So go to some banks that do student cards. I think TD does it as well.
Discover
you can get
big for it.
A student card or secure card. And Capital One. So you have to get a secure card. That means you have to put some money up to get a credit line. So let's say I have $200, $500. I put that up and I get a credit line based on the money I put up. That's how you start building your credit. Now get a couple of secure cards if you have to and build your credit. Now Capital One has a card that goes from secure to unsecured. Now as long as you use it, pay back over time for a couple months, you can get an unsecured line. So now you're building up credit lines. So do this for at least, I would say 12 months, especially when you're starting out. And you can also get some installment loans. Installment loans is just a loan from a bank, right? You can get a secure installment loan. So you have to build up your credit lines and you have to build up your installment history. This is going to build your credit report. So get a couple of credit lines and a couple of installment accounts. That's going to build your credit report over time, because credit is all about the ability to pay back. So once you show your ability to pay back, especially for somebody that's young, for about a year and better, you're going to start to build up your score, and you can build up your score very fast, faster than a person that has bad credit. You can build your score up in a year up to the 700s, easy, if you do it the right way. So once you build up a good credit profile, you can set up an LLC without having good credit. So you can set up your LLC day one. Have your LLC set up, start marketing your business, start making some money. This whole time you're building up your credit. Once you have a good credit profile, you have your LLC set up. Now you can go to the bank and apply for business funding, leveraging your good credit profile.
So you're showing up to the bank as your business, not as yourself, right?
You're showing up as both. So you have to.
Like, what is the process? Like, am I doing it online? Am I just pulling up to the bank like, hey, I want funding? Like,
so you can do online and you can do in person, right? We always suggest in person at a bank, right? And build the relationship, right? So building a relationship not only just means, go in there, open up an account, put money in the account, use the card, actually, pay for things, deposit, withdrawals. Like those are important on the relationship side of things, but also having a bank rep that you can speak to so that you can kind of understand what the bank is looking for, right? So the relationships are definitely important. So that's why we always suggest, even if it's for a credit card, speak to the bank rep, because now guess what? That bank rep can help you get, instead of you getting maybe 5,000 on, maybe a card that you apply, let's say with Chase. Let's say you go in, instead of you getting 5,000, you can maybe get 20.
Stop playing. You playing around too much. Like, you want to do something. You want to make the money. You want to build wealth because it look cool, but you're not serious, because you know what I got, and I got something for you. The Blueprint for Investing, Volume 1, created by me, Aaliyah Duah. It gives you a step-by-step guide on how to get started investing in the stock market. See, if you want to really build wealth, you got to put your money into things that's going to work for you, right? Because the job money cool, but you want to make the money work too, right? So it's going to give you a step-by-step guide, investing tools, the apps to use, everything. And the best part is, I know you don't like to read, so I only made it 28 pages. That's it, right? 28 pages, and you getting yourself some wealth of knowledge. So make sure y'all tune in, get your copy today, and go to financialrevolution.com. Let's get it, y'all. Back to the episode.
30, 40, 50,000. Exactly, because now you've built a relationship with somebody. You've spoken with somebody. You have somebody that's there to back you, that's able to go at bat for you in case that underwriter turns around. Maybe he Googled, right? And he saw that you didn't have no social media presence. You didn't have no website. You didn't really have anything on Google, period. So now that bank rep could say, well, look, he's in the process of getting everything, going. He has already been making money inside of his business or has started to do so, but he does need, this capital in order for him to mitigate a lot of his expenses. Mitigating just meaning that, he's as his profit goes up, he's not using all of his profit inside of the business. He's using something to basically offset that profit. So, those are the terminologies that the bank reps will use to the underwriters so that now their client can get that 20, 30, 40, 50,000 opposed to 5.
Relationship building is still the key to success, contrary to popular belief in this day and age.
Yep.
And that's another thing I think a lot of people have a disconnect with.
Outside of the bank too.
Building relationships with the banks is very, very important, and underwriters if possible. Because like you said showing up, looking professional, they're going to see you're serious about your business. They're going to develop who you are as a person. They're going to develop more trust so they can have more influence in you getting approved. And just like your favorite mentor online, you could probably be DMing him 100 times, but he see you in a room and you actually get to talk to him. You're going to get more out of him in that room in person than you would try to DM him online or trying to call him over the phone.
Text him, yeah.
That in-person relationship is going to go a long way. It's the same thing with the banks.
Yeah.
That's a fact. All right, well, I appreciate that. Again, our last segment.